of the day, within the framework of the project of the Ministry of Justice, the new of legislation, we continue to present the most significant legal acts adopted during this week. Let's begin with the government decision on additional measure on guaranteed supply of the population with basic food products and maintaining the stability of prices on the domestic market. According to the document, until 1st of May 2022, the following are exempt from customs duties on import: bananas, plantains, fresh or dried, dates, figs, pineapples, avocado, guayaba, mango, mangosteen or garcinia, fresh or dried, citrus fruit, fresh or dried, fresh papaya, fresh apples, pears and quince, kiwi. In addition, the decree provides for the development of a draft of law, according to which it's planned to exempt the import and sale from VAT a number of food products including meat, potatoes, frozen fish, as well as live animals. The next document is a presidential resolution on measure for further expansion of products of competitive products. According to the document, until the 1st of January 2024, the import customs duty will be applied at a zero rate for 82 types of raw materials and semi-finished products. Among these products are artificial fur, linen fabrics, artificial fiber fabrics, glass thread, fiberglass fabrics. By the resolution of the Cabinet of the Ministers was approved the regulation on the procedure for identifying low-income families through the information system Unified Register of Social Protection, the appointment and payment of child allowance and material support to low-income families. According to the regulation, working mothers or those who replace them can receive a child care pension after the expiry of the period for receiving the monthly child care allowance until the child reaches the age of 2 years. Child support is provided for 12 months, but is paid until the end of the month when the youngest or only child in the family turns 18. A family is recognized as low income if, from September 1st, 2021, the average monthly income for each family member doesn't exceed 430,000 sums. From 2022, the average monthly income for each family member in total is the minimum consumption expenditure. Child allowance and material assistance are assigned after the recognition of a low-income family by the Unified Register on the basis of relevant applications. Each family fills out an application in the Unified Register once a month. Child support and financial aid will be paid from the month following the month in which the applicant applies. The next document is the Law on Amendment to the Acts of the Republic of Uzbekistan in connection with improving the legal basis of the adoption procedure. The amendments are clearly defining the crimes for the commission of which the possibility of adoption is excluded. Adoptive parents cannot be parents who have deliberately committed crimes against life, health, sexual freedom, against the family related to theft, drugs and other crimes. Previously, adoption was prohibited from being those who intentionally committed any crime. Also, persons with certain diseases, the list of which is established by the government, cannot be adoptive parents. The presidential resolution on measures to further improve the anti-corruption expertise of regulatory legal acts and their drafts was adopted. According to the resolution, a procedure for conducting anti-corruption expertise of regulatory legal acts is introduced, wherein the existing normative legal acts will gradually undergo a full anti-corruption expertise. When developing draft legal acts, a checklist of standard form for identifying corruption-generating factors is filled in and attached to it at the stages preceding the adoption of the draft. Failure to conduct legal expertise and return to the developer by the justice authorities of draft legal acts for which the checklist has not been completed. Determination of corruption-generating factors identified by the justice authorities in regulatory legal acts and their projects as one of the main criteria for assessing the activities of the relevant state bodies and organizations. According to the resolution, in 2021, 190 existing regulations are subject to anti-corruption expertise. From the 1st of January 2022, representatives of scientific organizations and universities, as well as individuals independent experts, can conduct scientific and independent anti-corruption expertise of regulatory legal acts and their projects. A legal conclusion based on the result of the examination are subject to mandatory review by the relevant state bodies and organizations. Accordingly, it will be taken measure to incentivize legal services employees by one-time payment in the amount of 100% of the official salary or by imposing disciplinary sanction on them. The resolution of the President on measure on stable provision of the population and industries of the economy and with natural and liquefied gas was adopted. By this presidential decree, from the 1st of October 2021, the excise tax rate for the sale of natural gas imposed by companies to Uzbekistan is zeroed. The sale of liquefied gas by manufacturing and enterprises is also planned to be exempted from excise duty. The measures are aimed at stable supply of the population and economic sectors with gas and prevention of a sharp rise in prices for these resources. In addition, since January 1, 2022, liquefied gas sold by manufacturing enterprises is not subject to excise tax. Entrepreneurs are granted the right to a deferral of VAT payment when importing natural and liquefied gas to Uzbekistan for up to 120 days without charging interest and requiring it to be paid. The purpose of the document is a stable supply of gas to the population and sectors of the economy, prevention of a sharp rise in prices for these resources, as well as increasing the investment attractiveness of this area. The President signed the law on amendment on the tax code aimed at guaranteed provision of the population with basic types of food. According to the amendment, in the period from October 10 to December 31, 2021, the turnover, the sale of meat, beef, sheep, chicken, live animals, cattle and poultry, and their slaughter products, potatoes and frozen fish, is exempted from value-added tax as well as their import to Uzbekistan. Thank you for your attention. You can familiarize yourself with the full text of About Tax on let.uz website and our Telegram channel Legal Information.